Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today we reach Week 15 and we've got a good matchup in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from Jacksonville. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and is doing everything in his power to follow through.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, you're going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. On play action, they'll throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll give this to Singletary running right, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. This from 44 yards away. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On play action, Lawrence under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Lorenzo Carter, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throws right back to London, complete again. Ritter and London team up there, 1st down Atlanta.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2, just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands, and yes, indeed, they pick up the 1st down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A give, Singletary right side. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second quarter now, Falcon football. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. A give up the middle to Singletary. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that one a long 11-play drive, and the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes it at the 7. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A handoff running left is Etienne. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They'll run with Etienne. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's McKinney. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. The Jaguars had 5-8, 3 games under 500. And whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Winning breeds winning, but unfortunately, the flip side of that can be true as well, because this is a club in desperate need of a spark out of somewhere. A big play on offense, turnover, takeaway on defense, something to get them pointed in the right direction. They need it quickly.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And that is no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 9 now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They'll look to throw again. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Back to throw again. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Now a hit and a loose football. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this 1st half. Well, not much time remains here in this 1st half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room, maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they can come out looking real sharp in the second half.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish. And it's time to get you caught up. So look at the next gen stats in that first half of the Falcons. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Got his man. It's London.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Edwards. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Complete to Devin Singletary.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Trayvon Walker, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact, but that time they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you said, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. Etienne bringing in another one. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Arnold Ebiketie picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Foley Fatukasi who got in there and finished off the play. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
2nd and 15. Under pressure, they got him again. Josh Allen in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. On 3rd down, Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. It's Curtis.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
His throw incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
But to throw again is Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted.
Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 2-score game at 16.
This one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block.
Going for it, here's Etienne.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Singletary to get the drive started. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They go right back to Singletary. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Third down, here's Algier. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Falcons send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Fielded at the 20. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars. Down by 16. A minute 44 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. He finds his man, complete. That's McKinney. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. On second and very short, Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. On first down, Lawrence. And this one's incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Lawrence will throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break.